What's up, YouTube? So today we're gonna continue our Dark Souls playthrough where we only use the thief starting gear. In the last video we got the Lord Soul of Veneto, so this video I think we might try to go over to the Duke's Archive. Obviously getting into the Duke's Archive is one of the more difficult parts of the Duke's Archives. You got to get past the two boars. Normally, not really a challenge, but the Bandit Knife is not exactly a great weapon for fighting those boars, given that they don't have the backstab. Okay, so we could try to fight them, or we could just try to run past them. I don't have lightning, but that would also be an option to kill them pretty quickly if I had lightning damage. Ow. Yeah, that's the problem right there. And they've got the butt flap, so I can't even do the backstab. So, obviously, killing them with the Bandit Knife is not really an option. We'll just do it the old-fashioned, the hard way, I guess. Just go through the whole freaking Duke's Archives with 4S this flask. I do have a humanity, so I can use that if I need to. Oh my god. Buffed, of course. At least this one. This one is. Jesus Christ, that almost killed me. And I'm dead. Are you serious? Die. Jesus Christ, it's taking forever. All that just so I can get back here to fight a mimic. Yay. I think there's another one on the other side as well. This is a normal chest. Alright, so for those that don't know, when we go up here, we're gonna have to do a boss fight, but the boss fight is literally not possible to win, so we use a Ring of Rare Sacrifice to make sure we keep all of our stuff. If you don't have one, you can get one fire link under the bridge that I talk about. Forgot this guy was up here. Okay, that guy just literally instantaneously turned around. Just stop, please. Anyways, I'll make sure that we get up here without dying. Here's the boss room. So as you can see, we can deal damage. And then we can make damage numbers appear on the bar, but as soon as his health bar moves even the slightest amount down, it goes right back up. And then he does this. That's fine by me. Point of dexterity. And I'm gonna put my steel ring of protection back on, which apparently I didn't have on, which would have been making my life a lot easier this whole time. Oh, it's this guy. So it's time to call in reinforcements. Releasing the Lamias. Honestly, I don't know what even to call those guys, but oh, we are getting cooked here for sure. How do I get off it? Are you serious? I just like really carefully positioning myself right here and then just rolling. Okay. Jesus Christ. I don't know why didn't work the first 27 times I did it. Freaking snakes, dude, I swear to God. I thought you could backstab these. I know you can backstab these. Bountiful sunlight. And soothing sunlight. Wrecked them. Dang near killed them. Out of here. It wouldn't hurt to get a little bit more endurance, to be honest. I'll increase our equip load, which doesn't matter much. And it matters a little bit because it means we'll be able to roll faster and run faster, but it'll also give us way more stamina. Not way more, but if we put a lot of levels into it, we'll get way more stamina, and then we'll be able to attack more often and block more heavy damage. Y'all didn't make it in time. Already got through the door. Nice try, though. I think that's 3 things that could have been a backstab. You weaved, idiot. I knew you were there. Oh, God. Alright. Back to being really annoying. Oh, there he is. Oh boy, where is this one at? I teleport before you died there, buddy. Yeah, you teleported over there. Really? No more. Wouldn't hurt to level up my shield either, because if I level up my shield, then I can have more stability, which means less stamina damage when I do get hit while blocking. And I probably got plenty of Titanite to do that. Obviously, location-wise, we're not exactly where we want to be for that. But as soon as we get to a bonfire we can teleport from, maybe that's something we can think about. Dude, would you stop turning, for the love of God? Come on, dude. Jesus, why are you taking so long? I'm fairly sure that the beam poles that are made out of crystals are actually just dealing physical damage, but Jesus Christ. What? Seriously? You gotta be kidding me with that shot, dude. Bruh, where am I getting shot from? That hit me in the leg, which suggests that they're down there somewhere. Might have been that guy. That is some BS aim. Okay, well, I know there's a bonfire out there, but getting to it is a challenge, as you can see. Shield guy, another shield guy. There's probably a couple more shield guys. There's probably one down here and one on the other side of that bookcase. So there's like 4 shield guys and then dude standing on a bookcase that I'm not gonna be able to kill. So he's just gonna constantly be shooting arrows at me. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to have happen, but I guess it works. Thank God, an actual backstab for once. Oh, and he finally fell off the bookshelf. Gonna make this next part a lot easier. Hey, I did not sit at that bonfire. That is 100% where I'm trying to go to. So how did I get over there? Are there 3 of these staircases? I am so confused right now. Is it even possible for me to get up here without it being rotated this way? No, it is not. You know, I went up here, and then I turned over here, and then there's this. Okay. There we go. Hell out the way. Crystal Ember. That's a mimic. Archive Tower, Giant Sea Cell Key. And the Chandler set. Oh, the game was bugging the hell out. Just die, please. Yay, we got it. That's the last mimic in the game. At least it should be, unless we get that rare 1% chance thing to happen. Prism stones. We'll need those later for sure. Alrighty then. Time for us to do the hard part. Gonna be probably a lot of cutting of wasted time here. I'm gonna go ahead and fly over to the... Okay, which one of these gives me more magic resistance? Looks like this. So we'll level this up until we can no longer level this up first. Now then, 3 magic from that, 3 magic from that. Yeah. Okay, we'll just go ahead and level up our chest piece and then our boots. Since we're here, and then we'll reinforce our weapons again to reinforce our shield as much as we can here. Need 3 more to get it to the next level. Our stability is now 53, which is pretty good. That's almost as good as a base shield. Alright, so now we just gotta make it down to the boss, which is, you know, a fun little trip here. We're gonna be running past pretty much every single enemy on the way there because our Bandit Knife does minimal damage, if any, to these guys. Probably like, you know, 10 out of their 300 health, so I'm not about to sit here and fight each one of these golems for like 20-30 minutes. It's much easier to just run on by. Now, this area is notorious for having really bad floor hitboxes. It is extremely easy to slide off the ledge here, so if you can kill the golems, then you might want to, just so you can take your time and not slip off. But I'm pretty used to this area, so I'm just gonna go across here. If you see the snow falling, that means that there's an invisible bridge, by the way, because, you know, the jank collision, as you can see, wasn't good enough, so they had to also make invisible floor. Now you'll see I did die here already once. I was trying to make it down here, but I slid off this ledge right here. It's a pretty easy thing to slide off of, what with that golem pushing you in the already really bad hitbox there. It's super angled, so like right towards that corner, you'll just get pushed really hard sometimes. Anyways, that's how you get down there. It's just running straight. That guy's he will come down and try to aggro you, by the way, so I don't recommend waiting around for too long. Then we're in this room. Now, if we go over here, there is a bunch of clams over here. There's also one over here in this corner. I thought I remembered there being a bonfire in that corner, but I don't think it actually is over there. I don't know why I always remember there being one there. Maybe I'm remembering one of the other Dark Souls games or something. I have no idea. But anyways, once you walk into here, you're probably going to lose this boss for the first time, by the way, unless you're some kind of god or you killed those clams beforehand, because they do make it into this boss fight. Now, you can obviously have Seath kill them for you if you're lucky. Oh my god. Clams, please. Just die. Thankfully, this time we have a fog wall. We don't have to deal with that particular chaos again. Now, it is very important that you get back here so you can break this crystal, which is, you know, sometimes a lot more difficult than it was right then. But once you break that, you can actually deal damage to the boss. Before then, you you can hit the boss and it'll take damage, but it'll just heal it right back up. So unless you can somehow one-shot the boss, which I doubt, I recommend breaking the crystal. Anyways, we're just gonna be sitting here chipping away. Relatively easy, to be honest, as long as you don't go behind them. Our damage isn't crazy or anything though, so it's gonna be a while. Anyways, the boss is pretty easy, as long as you're not trying to get his tail. I mean, for me, it's gonna take a while just because I do so little damage to him. This is where a lightning weapon would probably come in handy. If you manage to keep any of that lightning resin, then now would be the time to use it. The Seath is a dragon. You want to try not to go behind his little squiggly bits here, by the way, because if you do, he will start slapping you with his tail and stuff, and it hurts quite a lot. Obviously, you saw the little tantrum he threw earlier, but there's another move where he does like a full tail swipe, and it'll probably one-shot you. Obviously, we're getting him down to like low health now, so he should start learning some new moves here eventually. All right, well, just gotta stay out of that. Also, if you are having trouble with the curse, you can get some humanity, which will give you curse resistance. Pocket humanity, I mean, by the way, like the, you know, floating in the top right number, top left, I mean. Trying to keep them from glitching into the wall as best as possible here, but this boss is like too big for the arena it's in, so kind of inevitable. Yeah, now he's starting to do the tail swipe. Usually every time he does a dragon's breath, you can come in and get a couple of hits in, so he's really glitched into the wall now though, so it's pretty dangerous for me to keep fighting him over here. Need to pull him back into the middle of the arena some. Come on, dude. Come over here. Jesus Christ. Get out of the wall. He's just staying in the wall. Bro's turning radius is like, I'm in the wall. Ow. Just gotta keep chipping away at him. Ow. Nope, get out of there. Okay. As you can see, this is actually one of the fights where you're probably better off not locking on, by the way. Dude, quit shoving me around with this thing. Be patient for the boss. Like I've said before, it's all about just having extreme levels of patience. We don't ever want to go below like 50% stamina, just in case we need to do an emergency roll or block. Dude, would you stop turning, please? Oh, and he's doing this attack now. So when he starts spamming that, you just want to go as far away from it as you possibly can. Obviously, there's limits to what you can do in the arena. But with just the right amount of patience, he will go down. Once he dies, you can use this bonfire. We'll be throwing some points into dexterity, leveling up our things. Now we're gonna warp away. Actually, I might use some pocket souls just to get an extra level. I think this should be enough. I'd rather have 5,000 than 20,000. Actually, I can use this in a better way. I'll warp over to Undead Parish and buy the crest of Artorias from Andre. And then we can start the next video by going to fight Seath. As well, like to purchase a key item, crest of Artorias. Yes, thank you. Alrighty then. I'll go ahead and head over to the old bonfire down here since it's pretty easy to get to at this point. Just gotta get past this one Titanite demon, which shouldn't be that much of a problem, and a couple of plants, which also shouldn't be that much of a problem at this point anyway. We got a pretty good amount of damage now, thankfully. Bye. Oh yeah, we're gonna go right over here and unlock the store. Now, if you do not want to fight this boss, there are reasons why you might not want to. You can always do the DLC first. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Like if you like the content, subscribe for future content. Comment below how many times it took you to defeat Seath, or what your least favorite part of that area is. Mine is sliding off of everything. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.